Hello and welcome to the SKaredcast Battle Report. This weekend we go to the Ottawa Teams event in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. The last hurrah of the Pariah Nexus, and I get to run my Reaper's Wager MSU list. Let's dive in.
The Dark King.
Welcome to another tournament review. I'm Skari. I do coaching, I do teaching, I do entertainment for Warhammer 40k. And I'm going to go to the Ottawa Teams event this weekend with my original team, the Stud or Scrub team. That's right, I'm really excited to go back with the crew. Dan from the Red Dragon is running the event, helping run the event, so that he's not running a team. So I am free. I'm a free agent for this event. So if this is the first time you've watched one of these, first, I'm going to go over my list and explain exactly what I built and what my thought process is. Then I'm going to go to the event and I'm going to play 5 games of Warhammer. I'm going to recap every single one. And then we're going to come back and I'm going to tell you what I learned. This is an exciting time. It is the last event of the Pariah Nexus. We're moving on to chapter approved. There's a new points, there's new MFM, there's everything. So the biggest thing about this tournament review is I'm going to talk to you about what I'm going to be changing, what I'm looking forward to, and things that I think will have an impact in the meta moving forward. And then next weekend, I get to go to the Edmonton Open, which is the Games Workshop event, the first one they've done in Canada, and I'm super excited about it. And I get to run my brand new list, and I'll go over that after the video. Let's quickly recap my list. This is a Reaper's Wager list, and that's right, no Void Raven bombers. Now the list itself is designed to be an MSU, that means multiple small units build, that is designed to essentially clog up the board and really prevent an opponent from winning big. It just allows me to sort of play the mission very well. So it gives me a lot of flexibility in who I play. The list itself is Reaper's Wager, which doesn't have a rule, but of course in the MFM, they gave Reaper's Wager a rule. Reroll once to hit for the entire army if it's winning the wager. So this army just gets better and gains 50 points if you build it as is, which allows you to add another Kronos. The core is an Archon with Arc Raider, Uri and Rakarth, Lilith Hesperax and Drazar, as well as 2 Beast Packs. Now, the 2 Beast Packs are crucial in this type of list to put a lot of pressure on the opponent and pin them in their deployment zone. 2 units of Mandrakes for scoring, a unit of Incubi to go with Drazar, 2 units of 10 Kabalite Warriors, and 1 unit of 10 Witches. And then, of course, to round it off, 1 unit of 5 Racks. This gives you a lot of OC and units. Both units of Kabalites get split in Venoms. The Witches get split in a Venom. And then Drazar and his Incubi go in the 4th Venom. I do have 2 Ravagers with Dark Lances. I'm really curious to see how they do because I have not used them in such a long time. And my Haywire Scourge. They are pivotal to Dark Eldar in my opinion. 1 Kronos for some pain token management as well as a action use unit and a Talos unit for some extra Haywire and some counterpunch if the opponent gets a little too close. And there you have it. 2,000 points of Drukhari, and this is of course going to be very fun to try. The aim of course is to basically play a grindy style of game against a variety of different opponents. Let's go to the event and see how it does. Here at the venue after a fantastic night at the Airbnb, we're just hanging out waiting for the round to start. And I get to wear my Stud or Scrub uniform. Ah, that's right. Of course, Jeremy from StatCheck, Dan from the Red Dragon kind of run this whole thing together with Nick from Breath Weapon Gaming. And don't mind Jeff. Don't mind Jeff. Look at him. He's such a troublemaker. 3 rounds today, 2 rounds tomorrow. No! Round 1, playing against the Goonhammer. I get to play into James Kelling. That's right, the Eldar extraordinaire. Having a great time. We did our pairings and matrices. I'm really excited to play. I went first, and my Beast Packs are just causing havoc. It's always a good time. Playing, of course, on WTC-style terrain and whatnot, which is going to be interesting, and we'll go from there. Awesome. So with that, wish us luck as we dive into the round. Okay, so end of the game. I did end up winning the game, but it was a fantastic game with James. Awesome opponent, really fun time.
It was really the beast packs don't care about hammer and anvil and are in your deployment zone from turn 1 and kill all your little chaff. That's what that game was. Yep. And I just was able to hold at the end. He did a secret mission, so bye-bye secret missions. Bye-bye. We'll see you later.
I'm getting challenger points, baby.
That's
I'm
right.
Challenger
Points. You would have actually gotten 9 points on challengers, plus 15 points at the end. So it actually would have been like, you would have gotten
plus 6 for that guy.
4. Yeah, it would have actually been a lot more points. So the challengers would actually worked. It would have been, it would have flipped the script a little bit there. Okay, so with that, let's dive in to round number 2. I don't know how the team did, so we'll find out. Okay, round number 2. We did lose the first round, but the game against James Kelling was great. Now we get to play against B number. The B number. It's really fun. I get to play against Tau. This was the matchup we had originally, and then they repaired, and it was a whole thing. So we now get to play again. Hooray. And it's Crew Madness. And I'm going first. I'm taking hold. Let's do this. And that is game. I ended up winning that game. I basically went first and move blocked the crew that was supposed to try and move block me.
That's my job.
That's your job. Urian Rakarth was once again MVP. He killed so much and survived way too long. And he was just like, just poking characters with his little precision weapon. Dead. Oh, next one. Dead. So that's a 16-4 victory. I believe we did win this round, which means we have one more round today. It's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We're gonna be done at like 8 o'clock in the evening. It's gonna be late, and then we have to go get food. But having a great time so far. Round number 3. I got to play on stream, a wonderful tabletop live. So I got to play Inari, the last run of Stupid Nari. However, it was such a fun game. I'll put a link to the game itself in the description. And everybody's like wrapping up now. It's like 8:30 at night. We're gonna go get some food. We're gonna hang out. I'm not sure how the team did. I think we won the round, but I had a great time. This was a fun game. I'm glad I don't have to play against this Inari anymore. But let's come back tomorrow and 2 more games of Warhammer. Round number 4. I get to play against Josh and his Knights. And nothing crazy. We're just playing us back and forth at Scorched Earth. And I went first. So I've been able to pin him in the zone because of the terrain. And there's a couple of pivotal battle shocks. It's going to be a close game, though. You know, nobody can really win, and he's going second as well. Oof, what a game, what a game. I did end up winning 12-8, so I did win. But the round itself was really, really close. Fantastic job to the big dice energy. And it seems like we might lose the round very, very closely. It's very close to a draw. We'll see next round when we come back. But this game was just me move blocking, like using the terrain to stop the Knights from really being able to go where they want. Going first, pushing the beast packs up, creating like a big wall round 1 because I went first, and then just stopping them and just scoring my 2, which is exactly how this matchup tends to go. Of course, trying to keep my Scourge alive. My Ravagers were excellent. They just stayed in the back getting angles, and they survived like pretty much the entire game against 4 Helverins in the opposing army, just being able to use angles to not get shot. So with that, let's dive into the final round of the event. Okay, last round, we get to play against the Halifax Privateers. They came all the way down from Halifax, Nova Scotia. It's a great way to end the event. We ended up tying the last round. It was a very close round. And I'm playing against Awakened Dynasty Necrons on Taken Hold and Hammer and Taken Hold and whatever this is, which is a mess. So, which is a mess, right? That's how it works. Taken Hold, Old Hidden Supplies. So very tough matchup for the mission, but going second really does help. So let's see how it goes, and you see how the rest of the game, the round does. Oh man, I'm tired. I'm excited for this game. And that's the end of the round. I ended up squeaking a 10-10. I just pulled a secret mission out of my rear end to finish that game. I think we did end up winning the round by a hair. However, make sure you check out Matt Reeson on YouTube. He has a little YouTube channel. He actually does a lot of these like videos like I'm doing right now for tournament reviews and stuff with Sisters, Necrons, Admech as well. Sisters and Necrons. So make sure you check him out. The link will be down in the description below. He's from Halifax, Nova Scotia, so he has to be a nice person. Or if not, he's not allowed to live there. Okay, moving on, and now we'll go back to the studio. I'll tell you what I thought, but this was the last run with Old Reaper's Wager. My whole army gains 50 points, and my whole army just rerolls 1s for no reason. Excellent.
And we're back from the event, and we got third place. That's right, we podiumed. We be studs. I'm really excited about that. So let's put it up on the shelf. Up here somewhere. Right next to my golden tickets. That's right, I'll see you in Dallas, everybody. That'll be super fun. It was a really fun event. I had a lot of fun with the crew. I can't wait to go back to next year, which will be good. But what did I learn? First of all, I'm really happy the Pariah is over. Now, in the Pariah Nexus tournament pack, I went and looked at my stats on the Tabletop Battles app. I played 90 competitive games because I only track my tournament games on the Battles app. I had an 83.7 win rate, which is actually pretty good. That was really intense. I'm looking forward to Chapter Approved. I want to improve on that math. Let's see if I can do that, or at least play more games in tournaments next year. Is it possible? I don't know. We shall see. But I'm really looking forward to sharing all that with you. So let's take a look at the list, what I learned, and what is going to change, as well as a little sneak peek or preview of my brand new list moving forward going into Edmonton. Here we go, my list. The list did very well. The multiple units meant that I had tons and tons of stuff, which allowed me to play the primary very, very well and clog up the missions as well as move block and really just stop my opponent from taking up space on the table. But who were the winners and who were the losers of the list? I've said this before, but Beast Pack equals Best Pack. Now, I've been running a single Beast Pack for a lot of Pariah, but going back to double Beast Pack, and I was like, why have I not been doing this? Having the double Beast Pack almost felt like cheating. They were definite winners. One of the losers of the list was the second unit of Cabalite Warriors. I didn't really need them. You know, it just felt like they were clogging up the table. I could have used those points more effectively elsewhere. Of course, now in the new Minotaurum Field Manual, 10 Cabalites is the same cost as a Ravager, and I would really take another Ravager. Which brings me to one of the winners of this tournament. These Ravagers did so well. I'm very, very pleased. Not only did they do some damage and killing, they were a lot more survivable than I thought. And playing them in multiple games over the weekend, I really enjoyed having them as part of my roster. I think Ravagers are here to stay. Funnily enough, in this list, one of the big sort of like meh units was this Talos unit. It didn't really come into play too much. I don't think I need the Talos in this style of list where I have a couple of hammers with Lilith and the Incubi. I didn't really need them. And of course, the last big winner was Urian Rakarth, who single-handedly won me like 3 out of the 5 games by just not failing any saves or just making all his feel no pains or precisioning out characters when it was pretty hefty of a burden. Like, this guy is just awesome. And, you know, and I can't really see a competitive list without him, to be honest, because he just fills that like gap of something that remains that the Dark Eldar just don't have. And there you have it, folks. 2,000 points. My review of this. So what am I going to change? What changes in the new Chapter Approved? So a couple of things for Chapter Approved. Number one, we got some point decreases. Some of the most important units for the Drukhari faction went down. Mandrakes went down. Awesome. Venoms went down. Incredible. Raiders went down. Okay. I don't use a lot of Raiders, but nice quality of life choice. And I think that, and then Ravagers went down. They went from 110 to 100 points. That's actually very reasonable for a Ravager is. It's only 5 points more than what they were in original index, and I kind of like it. So what am I going to do with this list that I'm looking at right now? Let's take a look some of the changes I'm going to make moving forward. So if I was to run this exact list, something I would definitely do is just drop the Talos. That's 160 points. Then we'll drop them. That's 260 points. Nothing too crazy. That's like as a standard, that's what I would start with. Then you factor in the fact that I have 50 points that I save, right? Because I had, 10 points, 20, 30, 40, 50 points. That's 310 points I get to play with. And because I also dropped the Cabalite Warrior squad, I can drop one of the Venoms, Boom. So I don't need that venom to split. So I've got one to split the witches, one to split the Cablites, and one for Drazar and his incubi. So that leaves me a little bit. 375 points. So what am I going to do with all of those points? That's 400 points to play with. Well, the first thing I'm going to add in is a unit of Hellions. Why? Well, I need another hammer unit. And Hellions in Dallas did awesome. So I'm going to add a unit of Hellions. I think that in singles especially, I'll need like something that can go out and kill some stuff. They're a great rapid ingress threat. There you go. So 10 Hellions to start. With that, something else that I found is in terms of points, the points are getting a little weird. So I'm going to take out these racks. They were good, but they weren't like necessary. And I think I'll add in another Chronos. I did miss having the 2 bubbles for recycling paint tokens. So I add that in. That gives me enough points to basically add in the Venom again. So I keep the 4 Venoms. I did really like the 4 Venoms, but it also means I could put Urien in a Venom to start. I could put the 5 other Cablites in the Venom or the 5 other Witches in the Venom, giving me some flexibility. I could even put Mandrakes in a Venom if I absolutely wanted to, which I think would be very cool to try. And that leaves me with 90 points. So I think it's time to add a Harlequin. There we go. I'm going to add Mr. Death Jester to the Reaper's wager list. 90 points, bring it back to 2,000. And there you have it. The list has evolved. Has another hammer unit. Can make use of the detachment rule a little better with the lone up. Keeps it shooting firebase. Adds a little bit more efficiency with pain tokens. Still has a decent amount of objective control, objective secured and objective control, and has enough units to sort of play the missions with. And there you have it, the revamped Reaper's wager list. Pow! And I hope you enjoyed watching this with me. A huge shout out to all the channel Patreons, without whom none of this is possible. The Red Dragon for sponsoring my tournament series this season. The Dallas Open rankings went in, so now I'm number 31 in the world. Josh Roberts, I'm coming for you. I'm gonna try my best. Number 1 is the goal. Other than that, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. I'll be in Edmonton. If you have any comments, leave them down below. Leave a like on the video. And of course, the best way to support the channel is through my Patreon. So check the links in the description. Other than that, thanks all for hanging out. I've been Skari, your grateful host, signing off until next time. Skari out. The Dark Kin. Bye, everybody.